Hello students, last class we have discussed what is the equation of chord with midpoint x1 y1 to the circle S is equals to 0. What is its equation? S1 is equals to S11. It is the equation of chord with midpoint x1 comma y1 to the circle S is equals to 0. What is the length of the chord whose midpoint x1 comma y1 to the circle S is equals to 0? 2 root minus S11. How to find the midpoint of chord of circle? It is nothing but foot of perpendicular drawn from center to the line that is intersected by the circle making a chord. Okay, these are the three things. How to find the equation of chord with midpoint? What is the length of the chord with midpoint? How to find the midpoint of the chord intercepted by the line? Also we discussed some locus problems. Locus of midpoint of chord of circle passing through a fixed point is a circle whose extremities of diameter are center of the given circle and the given point. And locus of midpoint of chord of circle subtend an angle alpha at center is s plus r square sin square alpha by 2 is equals to 0. Locus of midpoint of system of parallel chords is a straight line which is passing through center of circle, that is a diameter of the circle. Actually it is the definition of the diameter of curve. Set of all points, we mean the locus of midpoints of all chords which are parallel to some given line is called diameter of the circle. Okay, these are the types of the loci problems related to the chord with midpoint. Now today we discuss about the relative position of two circles. We mean suppose two circles are there, what are the possibilities of the positions with respect to each other in the given plane. That means they may be outside, they intersect each other, they touch each other internally or externally, or one circle completely inside of the other. These are the possibilities of the relative position of the two circles. At that time, how many common tangents can be drawn? What are the types of common tangents of the two given circles, where they intersect each other? All these things we have to discuss today now. Listen carefully, my dear students. This is very important concept related to the circles. Okay. Relative position of two given circles and their number of common tangents. Number of common tangents. Dear students, what is meant by common tangent? A tangent which touches both the circles called common tangent. Common, that is for both. The rule, that is the common tangent means the tangent it is applied for both the circles. Suppose two circles are there, a line touches both the circles, then we say that that is common tangent to the circles. Okay. Let C1 comma C2 be centers and R1 R2 be radii of the two given circles. Suppose that R1 R2 are what? Radii of the two circles. C1 comma C2 be the centers of the two circles. Now let us see various positions of relativity with respect to the two circles in the given plane. See carefully. This is the first method, first property or first case you say. This is the two circles completely outside to each other. So case 1, there are two circles completely outside to each other. Two circles completely outside to each other. At that time, how many tangents can we draw? What are the types of the common tangents in this case? Let us see. This is the one of the circle. S is equals to 0 with the center at C1 and radius R1 units. This is C1 and radius is R1 for this circle. This is the another circle in the same plane. Dear students, what is the relative position of the two circles? This is the center of the second circle, completely outside to each other. This is the center of the circle. Both the circles completely outside to each other. This is the line joining of their centers. Now in this case, what are the tangents? How many tangents can we draw? What are they called? Let us see that. This is the one of the tangent which is common to both the circles. That is why we call it as common tangent. A tangent which touches both circles called common tangent. This tangent is outside of both the centers. So this is called direct common tangent. What is name? Direct common tangent. This is called direct common tangent. There exists another common tangent also. This is the tangent touches both the curves. Therefore, it is also called common tangent, and it is same side of the both the centers. So these are the two centers. These are same side to this line. This is also called direct common tangent. So there exists two direct common tangents to the two circles in this case. Direct common tangent means it is a common tangent to the both circles, and it is the same side of the both the centers of the circles. So these are the two direct common tangents. These direct common tangents intersect at this point Q, say. This point is called external center of similitude. What is it name? External center of similitude. Its name is called external center of similitude. Up to we discussed, these are the two circles completely outside to each other. These are the corresponding centers. At the time there exist two direct common tangents, that is they are same side of the center of the circle. So this is the line same side of these two centers, this is the line same side of these two centers. These two intersect at that point Q, that point is called external center of similitude. So direct common tangent is always passing through the external center of the similitude. At that same time we have, this is the another common tangent to both circles. So the circle this circle touches this line at this point, and the same line touches the second circle at this point. So this is common tangent to the both the circles. There exists another common tangent to the two circles in this manner. So this is the tangent touches both the circles here and here as shown in this figure respectively. So this is the common tangent such a way that both the centers lies outside to each other. That means one center is left side and other center is right side to the common tangent. In the same manner, two centers are outside to each other. Therefore, this is the common tangent called transverse common tangent. So both the centers are opposite to each other with respect to this common tangent. That is why this is called the transverse common tangents. These two tangents are called what? Transverse common tangents. Transverse common tangents. Here centers are opposite to the tangent. This is the C1, this is C2. These are the lines passing through in this manner. They intersect at this point. This point is called the internal center of similitude. This point of intersection is called internal center of similitude. So transverse common tangents always passing through the internal center of similitude. This is external center of similitude. This is the point internal center of similitude. Now this is represented by some point P, say. My question is, what are the PQs? How to obtain these 2 points? How to obtain the 2 points by given centers and radius respectively. So all of you know that this is the radius of the first circle R1, and the radius is always perpendicular to that tangent. Angle between them is 90 degrees. Again draw the radius here also. This is R2 and angle between them is also 90 degrees. My dear students, suppose if it is M and it is N, say, then there exist two similar triangles here, namely MC1Q, triangle MC1Q, and the triangle NC2Q. These two are similar triangles. These two are the similar triangles. Therefore, C1Q by C2Q, C1Q by C2Q is equals to R1 by R2. Am I correct or not? C1Q by C2Q is equals to R1 by R2. That means the point Q divides this line segment C1, C2. Listen carefully. The point Q divides the line segment C1, C2 in the ratio R1 is to R2 externally. R1 is to R2 externally. By the property of the similar triangles, Q divides C1, C2 in the ratio, line joining of C1, C2 in the ratio R1 is to R2 externally. Listen carefully. That point Q is said to be external center of similitude. Q divides the line joining of C1, C2 in the ratio R1 is to R2 externally. In the same manner, join here to here. This is also R1 and this is R2. There exists another two similar triangles like this. Suppose it is M dash and it is N dash, then C1 M dash P, C1 M dash P, the triangle C1 M dash P and the triangle C2 N dash P, C2 N dash P are also similar triangles. These two triangles are similar. From that similarity, we can achieve that C1P by PC2, C1P by PC2 is equals to R1 by R2 itself. R1 by R2. Therefore, P divides the line segment C1, C2 in the ratio R1 is to R2 internally. R1 is to R2 internally by the similar triangles of these two. This is one of the triangle and this is the another triangle. These two are also similar triangles because these two are 90 degrees. Understand? So these two are alternative angles are always same and therefore automatically these two angles are also same. So these two triangles becomes similar triangles. Therefore C1P by PC2 is equals to what now? R1 by R2. My dear students, listen only one thing here, that Q divides the line segment joining of C1, C2 in the ratio R1 is to R2 externally and your point P, that is internal center of similitude, divides the line segment joining of C1, C2 in the ratio R1 is to R2 internally. P divides internally, Q divides externally. External center of similitude obtained by using the external ratio, internal center of similitude obtained by using the ratio internal center of similitude. So these are the two similitudes. Direct common tangents intersect at external center of similitude, transverse common tangents intersect at internal center of similitude. This is the story about the number of common tangents when two circles completely outside to each other. So the number of common tangents are 4. 2 of them are direct common tangents and 2 of them are transverse common tangents. Now finally, what is the condition here? The distance between the two centers. This is the distance between the two centers C1, C2, which is nothing but, suppose some say this is some D, this is some E. This is C1D plus DE, C1D plus DE plus EC2. EC2. What is C1D? C1D is nothing but R1 plus something plus R2, which is strictly greater than R1 plus R2. DE is some distance is there. This is the shortest distance between the two circles. The DE is the shortest distance between the two circles. So C1, C2 is greater than R1 plus R2. Then there exists 4 common tangents. At that time, the two circles completely outside to each other. So what is the condition, dear students? C1, C2 greater than R1 plus R2. At that time, total number of common tangents is how many? 4. Total number of common tangents is 4. This is the entire story about the case, that is when two circles completely lies outside to each other. Okay, in this case, we remember the condition. What is that condition here? C1, C2 greater than R1 plus R2. That is, the distance between the two centers is more than the sum of the radius. In this case, we have the number of common tangents is 4. This is the number of common tangents 4. 2 of them are direct common tangents. 2 of them are the transverse common tangents. Direct common tangents intersect at what? external center of similitude that divides line joining of C1, C2 in the ratio R1 is to R2 externally by using the similar triangle property. Here these two are similar triangles. This is the one triangle, this is the another triangle. These two are similar triangles. Okay, next. Next condition, these are the another two similar triangles here. This is 90 degrees, this is also the 90 degrees. If it is theta, automatically this will be also theta, opposite angles. So if it is 90 minus theta, this will be also 90 minus theta. Then these two are similar triangles. By that similar triangle property, C1P by PC2 is equals to R1 by R2. So this is the R1 by R2 internally. P divides C1, C2 in the ratio R1 is to R2 internally. Q divides the line segment, line joining of the 2 points C1, C2 in the ratio R1 is to R2 externally. That is why this is called external center of similitude. This is called the internal center of the similitude. Remember this condition, C1, C2 greater than R1 plus R2. Number of common tangents is 4. Once if you know this type, you can easily derive all these types. The relative position of the two circles, about the relative position of the two circles. Okay. This is the second case. Two circles touch each other externally. This is very, very important case. The previous case is two circles completely outside to each other. After some time they touch each other. So the position of the relative position of the two circles is touch each other externally here. See here, the corresponding diagram will be like this. This is the one of the circle out of the two circles. This is the center of the circle C1. This is the another circle, touches the first circle externally, its center is at C2. This is the situation. In this case, how many tangents can you exist? So these are the two circles touch each other externally. There exists one common tangent here, one common tangent will be here. So this is first of all line joining of these two centers. Now this is the one of the common tangent, touches the first circle at this point, touches the second circle at this point. So this is one of the common tangent and it is the same side of the both the centers. So it is called direct common tangent. There exists another direct common tangents as shown in this figure. These two direct common tangents intersect at what? External center of similitude as we discussed in the previous concept. So direct common tangent, there exist two direct common tangents, they intersect at the external center of similitude. Similarly, there exists another common tangent, that is C1 is left side and C2 is right side to this common tangent. That is why this is called the transverse common tangent. There exists only one transverse common tangent and two direct common tangents in this situation. So there is no another transverse common tangent here. There exists only one common tangent at transverse common tangent at this point. This point is called what? Point of contact. Actually this is internal center of similitude. In this case this is called the point of contact of these two circles. Point of contact. This is called the point of contact of two circles. This is external center of similitude. External center of similitude. Dear students, listen carefully. These are the two centers C1, C2. This is my point P, that is called point of contact. This P divides C1, C2 in the ratio R1 is to R2 internally, clearly from figure itself. So the point of contact P divides the line segment joining of C1, C2 in the ratio is what? R1 is to R2 internally. In the previous section, like the Q divides C1, C2, line joining of C1, C2 in the ratio R1 is to R2 externally. This is the role of Q. P divides the same C1, C2 bar in the ratio R1 is to R2 internally. Dear students, remember one thing here, when two circles touch each other externally, your point of contact P in between these two centers. your point of contact P in between the two centers. Therefore, we have to use the internal formula. Internally, that divides in the ratio what? Internally, that is R1 is to R2 internally. When the point is Q here, that divides the same C1, C2 in the ratio R1 is to R2 externally. These are direct common tangents. There exists only one transverse common tangent. What is the condition here? Distance between the two centers is equal to sum of the radii R1 plus R2. Distance between the two centers is equals to R1 plus R2. Here the number of common tangents is 3. Out of 3, 2 of them are direct common tangents and only one is transverse common tangent. It is exists at the point of contact of the two circles. Point of contact means where the two circles touch each other, that point is called point of contact. Here the point of contact is here, that is in between the two centers from the figure itself. When two circles touch externally, point of contact is internal to the centers C1, C2. That divides C1, C2 in the ratio R1 is to R2 internally, not externally. Touch external, point of contact divides C1, C2 in the ratio R1 is to R2 internally. Remember, my dears. Okay, here the condition is C1, C2 is equals to R1 plus R2. This is the condition. C1, C2 is equals to R1 plus R2. And the number of common tangents is 3, in which one is the transverse common tangent, one transverse common tangent, and 2 direct common tangents are there. So main difference between the previous and this section is one transverse common tangent less here. There are 2 direct common tangents and 2 transverse common tangents when the position of the two circles completely lies outside to each other. Here the two circles touch each other externally. In this case, one transverse common tangent missing here. There exists only 3 common tangents, in which 2 of them are direct and only one is the transverse common tangent. Okay, this is the second case. Two circles touch each other externally. So two circles touch each other externally in this manner. Your point of contact is like this. This is the point of contact. This point of contact divides C1, C2 in the ratio R1 is to R2 internally. One thing you have to remember. Okay, don't mistake. See here, this is the third case. Two circles intersect each other. First case they are completely outside, and second case touch each other, and third case they intersect each other. So in this case, how many tangents can you draw? Let us see here. This is the first circle out of the two circles with the center at C1 as shown in this figure, and this is the second circle having center at C2. These two intersected these 2 points. This is the one of the point of intersection. This is the another point of intersection. So the two circles intersect each other. Here, if you join these 2 points of intersections, you get some chord that is called common chord of the two circles, not common tangent. So the tangent touches the circle at only one point. Here it is not possible. If you draw the line in this manner, you can't get the tangent. Now there exists only 2 tangents in this case. One is above the 2 circles, other one below the 2 circles. That is, the 2 tangents are same side of the centers of the circles. This is the line joining of the centers of the 2 circles, dear students. This is the common tangent. Both centers are same side to that tangent. That is why this is called the direct common tangent. There exists another direct common tangent also here. This is the tangent same side to both the centers. There exists only 2 direct common tangents, no transverse common tangent. Here we know that that point of intersection is called external center of similitude. External center of similitude. This external center of similitude divides the line joining of C1, C2 in the ratio R1 is to R2 externally. Always external center of similitude divides in the ratio R1 is to R2 externally in any case. And transverse common tangents intersect at internal center of similitude, that divides C1, C2 in the ratio R1 is to R2 internally. Here there exists one and only point of intersection. By taking the radius R1, R2 here, there exists two similar triangles. By using the similar triangles property, we have C1Q by C2Q. If it is Q, point Q, say C1Q by C2Q is equals to R1 by R2. So that Q divides C1, C2 in the ratio R1 is to R2 external. Because that point is external to the both the centers, we have to divide in the ratio R1 is to R2 externally by using the similar triangle properties. In this case, we have only the two common tangents, both are direct common tangents. There is no transverse common tangent here. My dear students, now what is the condition here? Distance between the two centers is this. Distance between the two centers is always less than the difference of the two radius. Difference of the two radius. That is modulus of R1 minus R2 less than C1, C2. At the same time, that will be less than R1 plus R2. So, distance between the two centers is less than the sum of the radius and more than the difference of the radius. In this case, we say that the two circles intersect each other. At two distinct points. This is one of the point of intersection. This is the another point of intersection here. So, the condition is like this. Modulus of R1 minus R2 less than C1, C2 less than R1 plus R2. Here then the two circles intersect each other. Here the number of common tangents is only two common tangents. There exists only two common tangents. Both the two common tangents are direct common tangents. In this case, no transverse common tangents. So, Q divides C1, C2 in the ratio R1 is to R2 externally. You just draw the figure. What is the position of Q? Is it outside to both centers or in between the both centers? Line joining of the centers. If it is in between, you have to apply internal ratio. If it is outside, you have to apply external ratio. The ratio is same, R1 is to R2. This is the next case. One circle touches the other internally. One circle touches the other internally. There are two circles. One circle touches the another circle internally. Let us see this case. This is the first circle as shown in this figure. This is the another circle touches the first circle internally. So, there exists only one point of contact here. There exists. The two circles touch each other at this point. So, these are the two centers. There exist two centers. It is the center of the smallest circle and this may be center of the second circle. C2, this is C1, this is the point of contact. Okay, this is the point of contact. There exists only one common tangent at that point to the two circles. So, my question is it a direct common tangent or transverse common tangent, my dears? This is direct common tangent because both centers are same side of this line. That is why this is called the direct common tangent. Understand? So, here the condition is mod R1 minus R2 is equals to C1, C2. This is the distance between the two centers. And join like this. This is P. What is C1P? That is radius of the first circle. This is the radius of first circle. This is radius of the second circle. What is mod R1 minus R2? That is nothing but distance between the two centers C1 and C2. Very simple condition. So, the difference of the radius is equals to distance between the two centers. Then we say that the two circles touch each other internally. This point of contact P divides C1, C2 in the ratio R1 is to R2. This is R1, this is R2. So, C1, C2 in the ratio R1 is to R2 externally. So, this is the line joining of C1, C2. This is R2 is to R1 from this figure. If you take C1 as this one, C2 as this one, R1 is to R2 externally. From the figure itself, the line joining of centers C2, C1, this is the point P here. C2P by C1P is nothing but what? R2 by R1. Suppose if you take centers in this manner, C1, C2, that is your point P here, that divides in the ratio R1 is to R2. By depending upon the situation or by drawing the figure itself, you can choose. So, the point P divides the line segment joining of centers in the ratio R2 is to R1 externally from this figure. If you take it as C1 and it as C2, then automatically that divides in the ratio R1 is to R2 externally. Always you have to apply external ratio. Suppose the two centers are in this manner. Suppose if it is C1, if it is C2, it is your point of contact P, then what is the ratio? C1P by C2P. C1P by C2P, it is nothing but R1 by R2. The ratio is external. R1 is to R2 externally. C1, C2 bar is the line segment. P is the point of contact. When the two circles touch each other internally, that point of contact divides C1, C2 in the ratio R1 is to R2 externally. Dear students, remember one thing. If two circles touch each other externally, your point of contact is in between the two centers. That divides C1, C2 in the ratio R1 is to R2 internally. Suppose two circles, each of centers C1 and C2 touch each other internally, the point of contact is outside to the line segment joining of C1, C2. Understand? Then that point of contact divides this C1, C2 in the ratio R1 is to R2 externally. Touch internal, you have to apply external. Touch external, you have to apply internal point of contact. Similitudes are different stories from this point of contacts. Remember, don't confuse about both the things. External center of similitude divides C1, C2 in the ratio R1 is to R2 externally. Internal center of similitude divides C1, C2 in the ratio R1 is to R2 internally. These are the similitudes when four common tangents are exist like that. Moreover, when two circles touch each other externally, the point of contact P divides C1, C2 in the ratio R1 is to R2 internally. Don't mug up these formulas. You just draw the figure itself, you can catch that one. Suppose two circles are there. The two circles touch each other externally. This is the point of contact. These are the two centers. Where is the point P? Is it in between or outside? In between. The ratio is R1 is to R2. P divides C1, C2 in the ratio R1 is to R2. Suppose one circle touches the other internally. This is the point of contact. These are the two centers C1, C2. Now, the line segment C1, C2 is divided by that point P in the ratio C1P is to C2P, that is R1 is to R2 external, because your point is outside to the line segment joining of C1, C2. Outside the line segment joining of C1, C2. So, in this manner you just draw the rough diagram. You can choose whether you have to find the internal or external point, external ratio or internal ratio you have to apply. So, one circle touches the other internally, there exists only one common tangent, that is direct common tangent. One direct common tangent. Initially two direct, two transverse. That becomes two direct, one transverse. That becomes two direct. Now it becomes only one direct common tangents. When the two circles are moving closely, the number of common tangents are less. First time 4, next time 3, then 2. At this time we have only one common tangent. Suppose the circle is inside of the another, what happened? Let us see. One circle completely inside of the other, then what is the condition? Let us see. One circle completely inside of the other. So, how to draw this figure? Let us see. This is the one of the circle and it is the center of the circle C1 say. This is the another circle. It is completely inside of the first circle. Its center is C2 say. Now, is there any common tangent? Can you draw the two circles? Suppose this is tangent to the circle. Is it touches the second circle? No. If you draw the tangent to this circle, then is it tangent to the second circle? No. This becomes chord to the second circle. So, we can't draw the common tangent for these two circles in this case. So, the number of common tangents is 0 here. The number of common tangents is 0 here. One circle completely inside of the other, we can't draw the common tangent to the two circles. The number of common tangents is 0. Now tell me what is the condition here. This is the distance between the two centers and at that time modulus of R1 minus R2, in all the previous cases we have R1 minus R2 is very less value, here this becomes 0 here. Mod R1 minus R2 is more than the distance between the two centers. So if you extend in this manner, this is the radius of the first circle R1 say, this is the radius of the circle R2 say. So R1, the distance from here to here is R1, the distance from here to here is R2, the distance is more here. So the difference of the radius is more than the distance between these two centers. So modulus of R1 minus R2 is greater than C1 C2. In this case we say that one circle completely inside of the other. In this situation there is no common tangent. So it is not discuss about the external center of similitude, internal center of similitude or point of contact, whether it is outside or inside between the two centers. So there is nothing business here. Therefore the number of common tangents is 0. One and only the condition is mod R1 minus R2, which is greater than C1 C2. By figure itself we obtain this condition. Understand? These are the relative positions of the two circles and their number of common tangents at that time. So the two circles are completely outside, 4 common tangents. Touch each other externally, 3 common tangents. Intersect each other, 2 common tangents. Touch internally, 1 common tangent. Inside the other, no common tangent. So within 1 minute we can summarize all these things here. So the condition what? C1 C2 greater than R1 plus R2, 4 common tangents. C1 C2 is equals to R1 plus R2, 3 common tangents. Mod R1 minus R2 less than C1 C2 less than R1 plus R2, 2 common tangents. C1 C2 is equal to mod R1 minus R2, only 1 common tangent. Mod R1 minus R2 greater than C1 C2, no common tangents. So in this manner we can crack all these conditions. Here the number of common tangents is 0. Okay. Next thing, see this theorem. The equation of pair of tangents drawn from P x1 comma y1 to the circle S equal to 0 is S1 square is equals to S into S11. This is the combined equation of pair of tangents drawn from external point to the circle. So this is also very important theorem for you. All of you know that from external point 2 tangents can be drawn. Am I correct or not? If your point is outside of the circle, 2 tangents can be drawn. In this case we have to find out its equation. Suppose the point, external point is given to you and one circle is given to you. If you draw the 2 tangents, you can easily find its combined equation. Now in this case the equation is saying S1 square is equals to S into S11. These are the notations, well-known notations for you, dears. It is very simple theorem for you. Let us do how to prove this one. Okay. This is the circle. S is equal to 0. This is my point which is outside of the circle because 2 tangents can be drawn only when the point is outside of the circle. This is the point P. Its coordinates are given to you, that is x1 comma y1. This is the given point x1 comma y1. x1 y1 is our external point. S is the given circle. So from this point how many tangents can you draw? 2 tangents can you draw. This is one of the tangent as shown in this figure. This is the another tangent drawn from P to the circle. So how many point of contacts exist? There exist 2 points of contacts. So this is one of the point of contact, A say, this is the another point of contact, B say. What is your claim? You have to find out the combined equation APB. You have to find out the equation of pair of tangents APB. Understand? This is your claim. You have to find out the point which moves on the pair of lines. The locus of point which moves on the pair of line, that is APB. My dear student, I am asking one question to you. If you join A to B, what happened? What is that AB? The line AB is nothing but chord of contact of P with respect to the circle. Am I correct or not? Take external point, draw the tangents from P to the circle, they touches the circle at A and B, then the secant line through A comma B is called what? Chord of contact. This is chord of contact of P. chord of contact of P with respect to the circle S is equals to 0. Now what is your target? You have to find out the equation of APB. That is why you have to take some point on the pair of tangents. So this is the point on my locus, say Q, x2 comma y2. You have to write the locus of what now? Q x2 comma y2. So your point is moving on the pair of tangents. You collect all such type of points, we get the equation of pair of tangents. So let Q x2 comma y2 be any point on the pair of lines. Let Q x2 comma y2 be any point on pair of lines through P to S is equals to 0. In particularly on PB as shown in the figure. In particularly on PB bar as shown in this figure. Okay, your claim becomes you have to write the locus of Q. Now, what is the equation of AB, my dears? Equation of AB is S1 is equals to 0. That is the chord of contact of P x1 comma y1 with respect to the circle S is equals to 0. Here, this is P x1 comma y1. It is the Q x2 comma y2 is there. This is my line segment join. This is the line segment joining of AB. That is chord of contact. Now my question is, its equation is S1 equal to 0. All of you know that. Now S1 equal to 0 divides the line segment PQ in the ratio is what? That means PB by BQ is what? That is my question. PB by BQ. PB by BQ. From the first year concept itself, some line L equal to 0 is there. X1, Y1, X2, Y2 is the line segment. L equal to 0 divides the line segment joining of X1, Y1, X2, Y2 in the ratio minus L11 is to L22. All of you know that. Minus L11 is to L22. L11 is obtained by substitute the point X1, Y1 in L equal to 0. L22 is obtained by substitute the second point in L is equals to 0. So, modulus of PB by BQ is nothing but modulus of, so substitute x1 y1 in S1 is equal to 0. So substitute x1 y1 when S1, what we obtain? That is what? S11. When you substitute x2 y2 in S1, what we get? Is it L22, S22? No, it is S12. S1 is what now? S1 is xx1 plus yy1 plus g into x plus x1 plus and so on. When you substitute x2 by x by x2, y by y2, what we get? S12 or S21, not S22. Here, modulus of minus S11 by S12. This is the equation number 1. PB by BQ is equal to modulus of minus S11 by S12 by the first year concept itself. I repeat the concept once again. The line segment joining of x1 y1 and x2 y2 divided by the line L equal to 0 in the ratio minus L11 is to L22. That is the first concept. Next thing, dears, what is the distance from here to here? PB. PB is nothing but length of tangent from P to the circle. Length of tangent from P to the circle, what is that? Root S11. Now what is QB? The length of tangent from Q to the same circle, this is nothing but root S22. So what is the ratio again? PB by BQ is equals to root S11 by root S22. This is same as, this is say equation number 2. So PB by BQ is equals to, modulus of PB by BQ is equals to root S11 by root S22. This is with respect to the length of tangents. This is with respect to the first year concept. Line segment divided by some line in the ratio minus L11 is to L22. So left side both are same. That is why you can equate the right side values. What we obtain? Modulus of S11 by S12 minus may be observed S11 by S12 is equals to root S11 by root S22. Root S11 by root S22. Listen very, very carefully. These two gets cancelled in root S11 times. You just cross multiply what you have. S12 is equal to S11 root S11 into root S22. Root S11 into root S22. You just squaring on both sides what you have. S12 square is equals to S11 into S22. You have the condition. S12 square is equals to S11 into S22. Out of these 2 points, which is fixed point, which is variable point, my dears, x1, y1 is given point. This is fixed point and x2, y2 is variable point. So, you have to write the locus for x1, y1 or x2, y2. You are going to write the locus for x2, y2. So, the locus of x2, y2 is what now? Locus of x2, y2 is replacing x2, y2 by xy. S12 becomes what? S1. S1 square. There is no change in S11 because S11 is nothing but x1 square plus y1 square plus and so on. There is no x2, y2. No need to write replacing x2, y2 by x1, y1. So this is nothing but S11 itself is there. What about S22? S22 means x2 square plus y2 square plus 2gx2 plus 2fy2 plus c. Instead of x2, y2, you have to write x comma y, then that becomes expression as s. So, s1 square is equals to what now? S into s11. So, s1 square equal to s into s11 is the combined equation of pair of tangents drawn from p x1, y1 to the circle s is equals to 0. This is the entire theorem related to the pair of tangents. Once if you have the external point and circle, you can immediately write the combined equation, that is by s1 square is equals to s into s11. Two things you have to remember, dear students. One is the ratio, that is minus L11 is to L22. L11 instead of L11 we have minus S11. L22 instead of we have S12, not S22. L22 is obtained by substitute x2, y2 in the line L is equals to 0. Same concept apply here. Substitute x2, y2 in S1 is equals to 0. When you are substitute x2, y2 in S1 equal to 0, what you obtain? S22 or S12? S12. So many of the students doing mistake here. That is not S22, S12. Once if you have this thought, immediately we can crack this theorem. All of you know this, it is very simple logic. Length of tangents ratio, that is root S11 by root S22. Equate these two ratios. We obtain the locus as S1 square is equal to S into S11. So, only the major thing is here. Suppose some line is here, line is S1 equal to 0 here, that divides x1 comma y1, x2 comma y2 in the ratio S11 is to S12 minus S11 is to S12. Here instead of L1 we have S1 equal to 0. Substitute x1 comma y1 in S1 we get S11. Substitute x2 comma y2 in S1 we get S12. The ratio is minus S11 is to S12. By taking the modulus of minus S11 by S12 obtain. This is the thing very easy. This is root S11, this will be root S22. Root S11 by root S22 is equals to S11 by S12. And then easily simplify this one, squaring it, you get the locus of x2, y2 as S1 square equal to S into S11. Understand? This is the combined equation of the pair of tangents drawn from x1 comma y1 to the circle S is equals to 0. See this problem. This is a very, very important model for you. Show that the two circles x square plus y square minus 6x minus 2y plus 1 equal to 0 and x square plus y square plus 2x minus 8y plus 13 equal to 0 touch each other. Find the point of contact. Also find the equation of tangent at their point of contact. There are three questions here. Two circles are given to you. We have discussed very carefully about all these things. Once if you know the concept related to that one, all these problems you can easily crack. So we have to show that two circles touch each other and we have to find out their point of contact and also find out the equation of common tangent at their point of contact. There are 3 questions asked here. Touch each other. That means they may be touched internally or externally. What is the condition that the 2 circles touch each other externally? C1, C2 is equals to R1 plus R2. For internal, C1, C2 equal to modulus of R1 minus R2. Which condition holds good for these 2 circles? Let us see. So, to get the conditions, you are in a position to write its center and radius. What is the center of the first circle? All of you know how to write the center and radius very carefully here. That is 3, 1. Very easy for you. This is the center of the circle. Half of x coefficient, half of y coefficient with negative sign. That is minus g comma minus f. What is the center of the second circle? C2 is equals to 4 minus 1 comma 4. What is the distance between the 2 centers? C1, C2 is equal to root of 4 square. That is 16 plus minus 3 square, 9. This is 5. So the distance between the 2 centers C1, C2 is equals to 5. What is the radius of the first circle? Root of g square plus f square. 9 plus 1 minus 1. Constant. That is 3 units. What is the radius of the second circle? Root of 1 plus 16 g square plus f square minus c minus 13. That is 3 plus 1 4. Root 4 is nothing but 2. See here clearly this is R1, this is R2. C1, C2 is equals to R1 plus R2 we obtained. C1, C2 is equal to R1 plus R2. Distance between the 2 centers is equals to sum of their radii. So, in this case we have 2 circles touch each other externally. What is the radius of first circle? 3. What is the radius of second circle? 2. So, the rough diagram may be taken in this manner. This is the first circle, touches the second circle externally. So, it has the radius 2 units, 3 units. This is the radius 2 units. This is your point of contact. This is the center of the first circle. This is the center of the second circle. So, the first problem is over. So, the 2 circles touch each other externally. Touch externally. So, first part is over. What is the second part? You have to find out their point of contact. We mean where the 2 circles touch each other. Where the 2 circles touch each other. So, this is the point of contact in between the 2 centers. Therefore, clearly from figure itself, by drawing the diagram itself, you can choose the point P in between the 2 centers. P divides C1, C2 in the ratio R1 is to R2 internally. P divides C1, C2 bar in the ratio R1 is to R2 internally. So, you have to apply the internal formula. What is C1? Your C1 is 3, 1. What are the coordinates of C2? Minus 1, 4. So, P is equals to mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n, m by 2 plus n by 1 by m plus n. 3 into minus 1, minus 3 plus 2 into 3, 6 by m plus n, 5. Next, 3 into 4, 12 plus 2 into 1, 2 by 3 plus 2, 5. So, 3 by 5 comma 14 by 5. This is the point of contact of the 2 circles. So, the 2 circles touch each other at that point 3 by 5 comma 14 by 5. Now, we have to write the equation of common tangent at that point of contact. Common tangent at that point of contact. We know that the equation of tangent at the point P is nothing but S1 equal to 0. We derived already. So, you can write S1 equal to 0 for any one of the circles. Choice is yours. You have to write the S1 equal to 0 for any one of the circle. So, if you choose this circle, you write S1 is equal to 0, that will be the common tangent to both circles. Or you may write S1 with respect to that circle also. So, x1, x into 3 by 5 plus y1, y into 14 by 5 plus g half, that is minus 3 times of x plus 3 by 5 and then minus 1 times of y plus 14 by 5, and again you have to write c, plus 1 equal to 0. So take 5 as LCM, we have 3x plus 14y minus 15x, this is minus 9, again you have minus 5y and minus 14 plus 5, just by taking the LCM 5 in this manner. 3x minus 15x, we have minus 12x, 14y minus 5y, that is 9y plus 9y. Next we have, this is minus 4, minus 4 minus 14, minus 18 is equals to 0. Minus 3 can be cancelled out. 4x minus 3y plus 6. 3 4s are 12. Okay, 4x minus 3y plus 6 equal to 0 is the equation of common tangent at that point of contact. So we have the point of contact is 3 by 5 comma 14 by 5, and it is the equation of common tangent at that point of contact. These are the three things here. You have to show that C1 C2 equal to either R1 plus R2 or modulus of R1 minus R2. These two circles touch each other externally here. The point of contact P divides C1 C2 in the ratio R1 is to R2 internally here, and you have to write the S1 is equal to 0 for any one of the circles you choose that point P as x1 comma y1. In this manner we can easily crack this one. Okay. See this next question. Show that the two circles touch each other, find the point of contact, also find the equation of tangent at this point of contact. So in the same manner we have the three things here. We have to show that the two circles touch each other and also find out the point of contact, also find out the equation of tangent at that point of contact. So what is the center of the first circle here? C1 is equals to 3 comma 9 by 2. Second circle center is what now? 1 comma 8. What is the distance between the two centers? C1 C2 is equal to root of 4 plus 9 by 2 minus 8 whole square. This is nothing but root of 4 plus 7 7s 49 by 4. That is root of 16 plus 49 by 4. This is root 65 by 2. Okay, this is the distance between the two centers. What is R1? R1 is nothing but root of 9 plus 81 by 4 minus, what is the constant here? 13. Root of g square plus f square minus c. That is 81 by 4 minus 4. That is root of 81 minus 16 by 4. That is root 65 by 2. This is R1. What is the radius of the second circle now? Root of g square plus f square minus c. That is 1 plus 8 square, 64. That is root 65. So clearly mod R1 minus R2 is nothing but root 65 by 2, that is equal to C1 C2. So we have the condition C1 C2 is equals to mod R1 minus R2. This is root 65 by 2. R1 is root 65 by 2, R2 is root 65. So the difference is root 65 by 2. Two circles touch each other internally by above conditions. Here the root 65 by 2 is the radius of the circle, first circle. Root 65 is the radius of the second circle. Here, is it the case correct or not? This is wrong because the two circles touch each other internally. So the circles may be in this manner. So this is your point of contact. These are the centers of the two circles. So this point of contact P divides C1 C2 in the ratio R1 is to R2 externally. So this is 3 comma 9 by 2, C2 is 1 comma 8 is there. 3 comma 9 by 2, this is the center of the first circle, and center of the second circle is 1 comma 8. The ratio is what now? R1 is to R2. So see here, C1, C2 must and should be taken in this manner. Then only you have to write R1 is to R2. If you change C to C1, you have to write R2 is to R1. So you have to see that one. So root 65 by 2, root 65 by 2 is to root 65. We mean 1 is to 2, that is externally. Your point is external to the centers C1, C2. So you have to write the external center of external point of contact, that is 1 is to 2 ratio. So your point of contact P, which is outside to the both the centers C1, C2, P is obtained by 1 into 1, 1 plus 2 3s are 6 by, that is external for we have to write minus 1 minus 2, that is minus 1, and 1 into 8, 8, 2 into 9 by 2, that is 9 by minus 1 you have to write. So minus 5 by minus 1, that is 5, and 8 minus 9 minus 1 by minus 1 you have 1. So this is the point P, which is point of contact for the both circles when they touch each other internally. So the point of contact is here 5 comma 1. You have to write the external ratio mx2 minus nx1 by m minus n, m by 2 minus n by 1 by m minus n. At this point you have to write s1 is equals to 0. We obtain the common tangent for these two circles. When you are getting to the system of circles, you just subtract one circle from another circle, you get the tangent at that point of contact. At this time you have to write s1 is equals to 0. So you have to write s1 equal to 0 for this point either with respect to this circle or that circle. I am going to write the s1 is equal to 0 for second circle, xx1 x into 5 plus y into 1. What is here? Half of x coefficient minus 1 times of x plus 5, and you have to write minus 8 times of y plus 1 is equals to 0. So 5x minus x, that is 4x. This is y minus 8y minus 7y. 4x minus 7y, and this is minus 5 and minus 8, that is minus 13 is equals to 0. So 4x minus 7y minus 13 equal to 0 is the equation of tangent at that point of contact which is outside to both the centers C1, C2. Suppose two circles touch each other internally, we discussed already that point of contact is outside of the both centers. That point of contact divides C1, C2 segment in the ratio R1 is to R2 externally. So the common tangent is here 4x minus 7y minus 13 is equals to 0. At that time the point of contact is here 5 comma 1. Point of contact and both centers are always collinear by the property itself. Understand? Thank you.